Hello and welcome to Coffee Wednesday. My name is Bryant, and today we discover what planet would you want to visit? But first, it's time for a bad joke. Why did the Clydesdale give the pony a glass of water? Because it was a little horse! Before we get started on today's question, I wanted to do a little COVID-19 update with some uplifting things to watch. Number one on my list, if you haven't already found it, is John Krasinski's Some Good News. He now has 2 different episodes out, just looking at some uplifting things that are happening within our world during this time of pandemic and what people are doing to not only care for those who are caring for us, but also just make you smile a little bit along the way. Number 2, Alton Brown and his wife have started doing something called the Quarantine Kitchen. And this is just a chance where they have a few drinks, they make a few food things, and just kind of laugh and do things together while talking with us, the viewers. If you have a chance to catch it live, it happens every Tuesday at 4 o'clock, so make sure you tune in. But now, it's time for our question of the week. This week's question comes from Ryan right here in Everett, and he asks, what planet do you want to visit? Now, I've taken some time over the last couple of weeks to really think about this question and really get down to where would I want to visit. And I kind of went down a rabbit hole because not only did I go to NASA's website and over to Wikipedia, but then I also started watching crash course videos on it, just trying to understand everything that's going on in space, and there is so much happening. So instead of giving you just one planet, I am going to give you my top 5 planets that I want to visit. So here we go.
At number 5, it's the beautiful red planet Mars. Having many similarities in rotation and seasons to Earth, it would be fun to visit a planet where many believe we need to visit and explore. Also, I'd love to be the first one on this or any of the planets to make the first pot of coffee from the ice that is found there. Would it taste different? Probably, but it would definitely be a joy to be the first. All that said, it's number 5 because I think there are more planets that would be slightly more interesting to visit. At number 4 is one of the 2 ice giants, Neptune. Why Neptune over Uranus? For one, the blue intense hue of the planet is much more enticing to look at while traveling around. And 2, I just want to see its size as the 4th largest planet in our system. Trying to visit the surface might be a little bit difficult for making coffee, as its atmosphere is mostly made of hydrogen and helium, so it's a little difficult to breathe, but it'd be fun to try. On a side note, do you think your voice would be squeaky or higher if we breathed in helium? Just a thought. Pluto comes in at number 3. Now I know some of you younger generations might be asking, but Bryant, why would you want to visit a rock in a weird orbit that is truly no longer considered a planet? Honestly, it's because of nostalgia. I watched the Magic School Bus go there and show it to me as a planet, and I also saw Pluto go to Pluto with Mickey. Why wouldn't I want to visit a planet that for me will always be a planet, no matter what NASA or Neil deGrasse Tyson says? At number 2, the true gas giant and king of all the planets, Jupiter. With its size and constant storms happening in its atmosphere, Jupiter would be so much fun to travel around and just watch in amazement. But also, while I am around Jupiter, I want to visit the 4 Galilean moons. See the 400 volcanoes of Io, visit Europa and see if there are small amoebas living on the surface, collect some fun rocks on Ganymede, and see all the craters on Callisto. There would also be so much to explore, I would definitely make it a space cruise trying to visit all those spots while looking at the beauty and the chaos of Jupiter. Finally, at number 1 is actually a red star in all of its planets, TRAPPIST. TRAPPIST is 39.6 light years away from our sun and is believed to have 7 temperate terrestrial planets that are in an orbit around TRAPPIST-1. Once again, it would be so cool to find another life form or another place that is similar enough to our own Earth that we could also live on it. So while it might not be a specific planet in our own Milky Way galaxy, I think this would be the perfect place to visit, even if it does take a little time to get there.
So those are my top 5 planets that I want to go visit. For my question of the week, where in space would you want to visit? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. A few announcements before we go. Number 1, if you have questions that you would like me to answer in my question of the week, you could also leave those in the comment section. Also, you can join me today from 3 until 4 p.m. on YouTube Live, where I'll be doing some coloring of Easter eggs, just paper Easter eggs that I can hang in my window so that kids can go around the neighborhoods searching for eggs in a socially distancing kind of way. Once again, thank you for joining us. May the spirit of love go with you, and enjoy your coffee. Also, I almost forgot, make sure that you are helping to support your local camps. I have my wonderful Idaho Servant Adventures mug that I got from Idaho Servant Adventures in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. They work with a vast amount of different kids from all ages, helping them not only to build their leadership skills, but to help serve in the Silver Valley. So if you have a local camp like Idaho Servant Adventures or Camp Lutherwood or any camp that you know and love, even if it's maybe a camp of your childhood, try to send them a couple of dollars these days, because we are all struggling to get by and nonprofits are just having as hard of a time. So make sure you're giving them your love and support, or at least send them a letter to know that you're thinking about them. But until next time, once again, enjoy your coffee.